Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of 2026. Thank you so much for being patient with me and giving me the extra week to get this episode out in the first place. It's just been a really chaotic time. The holidays always are, as they are for everyone. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode. Before we get into anything, I do just want to say sorry in advance, guys. I'm getting over the flu, so my voice isn't the best right now. We're going to make do with what we have, but just as a disclaimer for everyone, we have this breeder down here. I want to make sure that I'm actually using the things that I'm building in this world, so we're going to work with villagers again today. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, but here we are. Before we get into that, though, I definitely want to do something right here. I'm dying to know what our nether spawn looks like, and this little cliff face is screaming for a walkway leading up to a nether portal cave. I want this nether portal cave to have almost veins of obsidian running through it. I would love to have more crying obsidian than this, but that's kind of a pain to get, so we're going to work with it. We definitely need more normal obsidian though, and I want to add some amethyst and amethyst clusters as well. Thankfully, I know exactly the place that has a pool of lava and a geode right next to each other. We're gonna head back to the mines where we first went to go get diamond. I love launching myself off of things with Feather Falling 4. This is so great. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just run by this, but this should be it. Yeah. All right, let's get all of the ores that we've forgotten too. I see gold right here. And then let's light up around the lava because we're about to be getting rid of this entire pool right here. Hopefully it's more than 1 block deep. I will say that. And then let's light up everything else with as much as we can with only 35. Oh, I will take that as well. This is like the second time that I've found more diamond right there. Let me vacuum up all of the carnage. All of the mobs were on this side. There were none over there. Can I land it? Yes, I can. What? Oh, okay. This entire area is a minefield for deep dark, guys. This is kind of spooky. Let me grab this. Is it more than one? No. I'll take the gold, though. We've been doing some more with redstone lately, so I probably need this right now. That's enough dilly-dallying. I need to grab some amethyst. Let me make sure that I have silk touch. Yep. I'm not worried about which stage to get for these. I kind of want all of them, to be honest. I want a variety up in the cave. So we're just going to grab all of these and then, well, get the actual amethyst blocks and give these time to grow back a little bit. This noise is so good. I completely demolished the entire thing, but we did get every stage. We're actually doing pretty good. I think I might get rid of, we'll do potato too. We need to clear some junk to get some obsidian. Let's see. All right, we have 61. It's good, but I think we should probably grab more. There's this little cave down here. I only have 3 torches, but let's try to light up at least a little bit. Oh, and thankfully I did, because more diamond. And more right there. Oh, okay. Jump scare. Jump scare. All right, let's come back around and get these. I am so sorry. This is going to be so dark for the camera. I'm such a goofball. I really should have brought more torches than this. And we'll grab you. What was that, 4? I can't complain. There are some goodies around here, but I also think that that's another iron vein. And for anyone who's been following me on stream, I haven't showed it in a video. We have an iron vein down the end of one of my branch mines that is insane. So if this is an iron vein, oh my god. It's absolutely an iron vein. I can't believe we have another one. I mean, it's not surprising, but the size of the one that we already have, we definitely won't need to do an iron farm for a long time. A very, very long time. We'll have to come back and see just how big this one is. But we're not going to worry about that now. I just want to worry about getting obsidian. We're back in the pouring rain, but we actually did get everything that we needed to get, which, thank God. So many stacks of obsidian. We're good for that with our 7 crying. Still a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Let me get all of our amethyst blocks in here. I'll have to move the clusters to a different chest. We will put them in with all of the decor pieces. Let's get all of our diamond also fortuned. So we started with 10. I'm dying to see how many we get from this. 30. I love Fortune 3 so much. This is what we're working with the other iron vein. And we're not even done, by the way. Let's get all of the lapis put away. I think we can start working on the cave now. We're just gonna have to map out the path first, which might be a little tough going up the side here. This is what I've come up with so far. I have rocks over on the right. That way it looked a little weird without them, to be honest. But this is what I mean when I say that I wanted veins of obsidian. I might mix in another block with the deep slate eventually. I'm just not sure which one yet. I am really liking the way the obsidian looks, though. Let's get our amethyst clusters in. I don't want to overcrowd, but I definitely want a healthy mix in there. Maybe one more on the left. No, we'll go one more. I say I don't want to overcrowd, and here we are. Let's do one more up here, and then we'll be good. Yeah. Gotta get some concrete. This as the back of the nether portal itself, I think it's going to make the color of it a little brighter. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so cute. Let's add some lanterns. And of course it's raining. Finally, some candles. Let's put this last one down here on the right. There we go. It's so cute. I think it's actually coming together really well. I had to do some quick fixes because a creeper exploded on me right as I was about to finish, but I think I fixed it. We just need to add a lantern right there. There was a lantern that it blew up. And down here, we definitely need to add some fences, some lanterns, some decor. It's looking a little bland. Let's do fence right there. I'm going to get rid of these two. I don't really want them to connect to the dirt. We'll add one there. Okay, this is looking way better. Let's do one more here. We have to gear up with some gold before we head in there. That way, the piglins leave us alone. All right, let's see what we're working with. crimson. Honestly, that's to be expected. I don't remember the last time I didn't have a crimson spawn. I don't know though, guys. I am not liking the terrain. It is really hard to maneuver. Oh, well, hello to you. It would be so great if they were one hit, but alas. Yeah, I don't know. This is looking rough. Like, every single side is just a drop-off. We might have to come back once we're more prepared because we're gonna have to do a lot of traveling. But this is, we're gonna have to dig into walls. We're gonna have to do a whole lot of stuff for this. Let's head back. I'm certainly not mad that it's a crimson forest. I just think it's going to be really hard to leave that little island we're on. I don't know. We'll heal up our tools for now. I don't know if we're gonna head back there for the rest of this episode. I think I might have to wait and gear up a little bit more. I feel like I should walk around more at night. This is so pretty. With the firefly bushes, just with everything, it's so pretty. Instead of going back to the Nether, I think we're just gonna focus on building out on the other side of the pond. It looks just a little boring over there compared to the library side. So I think we're going to start off with some terraforming and we might add some farmhouses. All right, I laid everything out so far. We're going to do, to start, 2 pods for villager auto farms. We're just going to have them harvest our crops now because I'm so sick of harvesting. This is going to be a farmhouse off of a little courtyard, and we're going to keep all of our farmer villagers in here to trade with. But I also ran a rail line all the way up from the breeder. That way we can get them up here. I'm trying to keep these a little different, at least with the roofs. I don't want them to be the same for every build, so I brought in some pale moss, and then I'm making the roof spruce here. Let's actually, I think I forgot to put these on that second house. Yeah. Let's get these on. I want every single pod to have a little back deck area. That way we can have this raised area like this one on the right for like flowers. We'll put the composter up there to get it away from the field. I'll just cap this off with trap doors. And then we'll do the collection on the left block. I'm making this collection as simple as I possibly can. We'll get a rail, a hopper minecart, and then let's do a full block on top. I think that should work. I think the villagers will still be able to drop stuff. And then we're going to need, let's do a slab above the chest because we're still going to have to open it. All right. And then we'll drop the second chest that way. This should be fine. This actually should work perfectly. I'm trying to do a little texturing on this wall. And we'll just carry the pattern all the way around. I want height to vary. Like, I don't want to just have a 2-block tall wall going all the way around it. I want it to look at least a little more interesting than that, while still being at least a 1.5 blocks tall in every place. I want the villagers to not be able to escape, but I also would love if zombies could not get in. 1 wall down, 1 more to go. This is exactly the vibe that I wanted, though. I didn't want just a boring flat wall, especially because the courtyard is going to have one right here. So let's just duplicate it. Now we just need a collection for the second one, which I think is going to be a little weird because we have a diagonal right here. I'm hoping that that doesn't affect the rate of the farm. I had to unseparate the two villagers that were in the breeder because we had a few in the chamber, but I know it's not going to be enough. Time to get our first guy up there, though. Let's get a block here to separate you. I'm going to just bring number 2 up. Let's go. All right. Let's get a line connected for you. May actually add a powered rail right here. That way I don't have to push you the whole way. Let's see if you make it. I don't know why you wouldn't. All right, welcome to your... Oh no. Oh no. The rail's connected. Can I just push you? Okay, wait, let me crouch. Okay, thank God. Crisis averted. Let me try to not make that mistake with this guy. Off you go. Okay, good. You were fine. Let's get you out. I absolutely cannot stand working with villagers. Why do I do this to myself every single time? I don't understand it. All right, while we're waiting for those farms to get up and running and to see if they actually work to begin with, I think it's time that we add another field. Right here feels a little awkward between the wheat and the potato field and then the pod, so I think a rose field will look really good to kind of break up that weird space. Let me just flatten it a little bit. I loved how the lilac field turned out with the diagonals and the coarse dirt in between, and I honestly think that roses will look even better like that with coarse dirt. So let's get our first line down just to make sure that it's in a good place, and then we'll carry it through the rest of the way. The roses and coarse dirt did in fact look fantastic. The field is done. Now I just want to start working on this outer courtyard wall. And I'm thinking we do the same combination of stones that we did in the little houses. So moss and cobblestone. And we can just bring this all the way around. I'll do the base of the farmhouse the same. I think this looks really good. I actually really love using the pale moss as a stone block. I think it looks really good that way. We'll do a little awning for the entrance of the courtyard from the pond. Let's take a step back. I think that's really cute. I added some holes in the wall. That way it looks a little bit more worn. And then I think I like the stone slabs on the top. I feel like it caps it off really nicely. I want to try putting chiseled bookshelves as a border between the foundation and then the second story. If I place it this way, then we'll get that back and side pattern, which I think is going to be really cool all the way around. And then I will do oak for the rest of it. I'll mix in some stripped as well. I have decided to do the chiseled bookshelves all the way up the corners. I think that'll add some good detail to it, and then let me just add some texture. I've been doing a couple stripped all the way around. Let's see how these look. I mean, it might be overkill, but let's see. I do like it. I think we just need to bring those windows down one. Guys, I love the build process so much. Even though this house has kind of given me a hard time, I've had to reduce the size of it like twice now. I just couldn't settle on a size that I liked. It just looked way too big for the space. But I do think that this is where it's going to land now. I love it so far. I don't want to just do a slab of spruce for the roof. I just don't know what I want to add with it yet. I don't really want to do another wood mixed in, so I'll have to sit on it for a little bit. I had an epiphany and I moved all of the shelves up a block, and now I'm bringing in these trapdoors. I think that that does a better job blending the two stories. I decided on tough. It might be a little bit of a stark difference between the two, but I've done this roof before in builds in my other worlds, and I actually really like it. Somehow, even though gray isn't really a color, it makes it look like a color. I love a good campfire awning, let me tell you. I think I'm going to bring some scaffolding in to frame out the windows. And then I will say, I want to try out, I've done a dirt block surrounded by trapdoors and like a little flower on top as like a flower box, but I think I want to just go with bushes for this. And I really love them. That looks so good. This is really the time when the build comes to life, in my opinion. I added this little side door, and then now that I'm putting in some bushes and stuff around it, it's just really feeling complete. For the inside, I definitely want to do 2 stories. That way we can maximize the surface area. Let me get a floor in, and then let's start working on some villager stalls because I do want to get as many in here as possible. All right, I have 3 down here. I think I'm going to get rid of that, though. That way they're nice and even and capped off. And then each one's going to have a composter. I like that. I think we should probably focus on a staircase. I want this to land on a full block. Like, I think I'll bring it up to where the windows are. I just don't know if that's going to be too far into the floor on that side. Let me see. I don't know. All right, I've added some decor, and I have 6 more stalls up on the 2nd floor. So I do think it's time to get some villagers up here. I just want to get a little bed bench in. Perfect. Villager number 1 entering his forever stall. Let's get our rails set up to bring villager number 2 in here. We'll get around that rail. Every single villager has a trade. I tried my best to get an even amount of every crop in here because I am going to end up adding a wheat and a beetroot seed pod for villagers to harvest those as well. But right now, I just want to make sure that I'm locking in every single one of these trades. I'm not really focused on getting emeralds right now. I just want to make sure that they don't lose their trades. All right, we have finished the courtyard. I am so in love with this, guys. We have little barrels here. I tried to use iron ore, like an iron ore block to make it look like potatoes. I think it actually came out pretty good. We have a couple workbenches here. Obviously, the inside of the farmhouse. It has all of the villagers in it, 3 on this first level and then 6 up on the top. I also added some storage over here with some candles. We have every trade that we could need from them. Back here, we do have all of our pods. The rates look way better than I think they are because they've been running for so long while I've been building, but we do have quite a lot. And I honestly couldn't be happier that I don't have to keep harvesting those fields over there. Back here, I did add a wheat one. We probably are going to get more bread than wheat, but it is what it is. And back here, we have the beetroot one, which is also doing pretty well for just being finished. I just love this little complex back here. I think it looks so cozy. The last thing that I want to do is connect all of this together with the main road we have cutting between the lilac field and our original wheat field. And I'm trying to make sure that it's not a overly expensive road that I'm building. So I'm keeping it pretty simple. And with these last few blocks, we have a fully connected road now. Oh, it looks so good. Hopefully these villager pods make it so that I never have to harvest one of my fields again. This road connecting our starter house all the way to the back of the pods really ties everything together. All of the details back here, including the jack-o'-lanterns and all of the flowers, really make it feel alive, especially with the villagers doing all of the work for us. The last thing I wanted to do is just show you guys that I connected the front of the courtyard over to the library. I added that little bench, and over here just feels so magical at this time of night. I would sit on this bench and just hang out here in real life for hours. It looks so good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love building, and I know I've said this probably in every episode so far, but it's just my favorite thing to do, and I'm so glad that I get to share my builds now with you. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, follow me over on Twitch, and I'll see you on the next one.